Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top 10 essential tips to secure your Kali Linux for everyday use. Whether you're a beginner just dipping your toes into the Linux world, or you're a seasoned pro who eats command lines for breakfast, these tips are going to help you keep your system safe and secure. We all know Kali Linux is a powerful tool, right? It's like the Swiss Army knife of operating systems, packed with tools for penetration testing and ethical hacking. But with great power comes great responsibility, and believe me, you do not want to be caught with your pants down when it comes to security. So, buckle up, grab your favorite beverage, and let's dive into the nitty-gritty of hardening your Kali Linux system like a pro. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be building digital fortresses around your data. Alright, first things first. Keeping your Kali Linux system updated is like locking your front door when you leave the house. It's basic security hygiene. You see, those software updates, they aren't just about adding shiny new features or making your desktop look prettier. They often include critical security patches that fix vulnerabilities hackers could exploit. Think of it like this. Every time a vulnerability is discovered, it's like leaving a window open in your house. Hackers and malware are just waiting for an opportunity like that to sneak in. Regularly updating your system is like slamming those windows shut and locking them tight. You want to make sure your system is always running the latest, most secure versions of all its software. Okay, let's talk passwords. I know, it's like being told to eat your vegetables, but trust me on this one. Using weak, easily guessable passwords is like leaving your front door wide open with a sign that says, "Come on in." A strong password is your first line of defense against unauthorized access. Make it long, make it complex, and for the love of all that is holy, don't use password 123. We're talking a mix of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And don't even think about using the same password for multiple accounts. If one gets compromised, they all get compromised. Now, let's build some walls around your system, shall we? Think of a firewall like your own personal security guard, standing between your computer and the big bad internet. It controls what traffic is allowed in and out of your network, blocking any unwanted visitors. You want to make sure your firewall is enabled and properly configured. Kali Linux comes with a built-in firewall called UFW, which is super user-friendly. You can easily set it up to allow or block specific connections, giving you granular control over your network security. Chapter 4. Disable root login. Alright, time for some tough love. You know that root account, the one with all the power? Yeah, you might want to cool it with using that for your everyday tasks. It's like handling nitroglycerin. One wrong move and boom, you've got a mess on your hands. Instead, create a separate non-root user account for your daily activities. This way, even if someone manages to compromise your user account, they won't have root access to your entire system. It's all about limiting the potential damage. Chapter 5. Install antivirus software. Look, I get it, you might be thinking antivirus on Linux? You're kidding, right? But here's the thing, while Linux is generally considered more secure than other operating systems, it's not invincible. And let's be real, you're using Kali Linux, which means you're probably doing some security testing or ethical hacking, which inherently increases your risk. Having a good antivirus program installed is like having a safety net. It adds an extra layer of protection, catching any malicious files or activity that might slip through the cracks. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry. Encrypt your data. Okay, let's talk about protecting your precious data. Imagine this, your laptop gets stolen. Nightmare scenario, right? Now imagine if all your sensitive files, documents, and personal information were encrypted. Suddenly that stolen laptop is just a useless brick to the thief. Encrypting your data is like locking it up in a safe that only you have the key to. Kali Linux makes it super easy to encrypt your entire hard drive or specific folders using tools like Lux. Take the time to encrypt your data, you won't regret it. Alright, this one should be a no-brainer, folks. Back up your data. Seriously, it's like having insurance for your digital life. Hard drives fail, computers crash, ransomware attacks happen. You don't want to be caught in a situation where you lose all your important files, precious memories, or hours of work. Set up a regular backup schedule using a tool like TimeShift or Back in Time. You can back up to an external hard drive, cloud storage, or even a network-attached storage or NAS device. Just make sure you have a recent backup you can rely on. Now, if you're remotely accessing your Kali Linux system, You're going to want to pay close attention to this one. SSH, or Secure Shell, is a great tool for remote administration, but it can also be a security risk if not configured properly. First things first, disable password authentication for SSH and switch to key-based authentication. It's way more secure. Also, consider changing the default SSH port to something less obvious. It's a simple change that can make a big difference. Think of your system logs as a security camera for your computer. They keep track of everything that's happening from login attempts to running processes. Regularly reviewing your system logs can help you detect suspicious activity and identify potential security breaches before they become major problems. You can use tools like LogWatch or the built-in system journal to make monitoring your logs easier. Look out for failed login attempts, unauthorized access attempts, or any unusual activity that sets off alarm bells. Last but not least, let's talk about VPNs. A virtual private network, or VPN, is like a secret tunnel for your internet traffic, encrypting it and masking your IP address. This is especially important when you're connected to public Wi-Fi networks, which are often unsecured and teeming with potential threats. Using a VPN adds an extra layer of privacy and security to your online activities, making it much harder for snoopers to intercept your data or track your movements online. There are tons of great VPN providers out there, so do your research and choose one that fits your needs. And there you have it, folks. Our top 10 must-know tips to secure your Kali Linux system. Remember, security is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It's like brushing your teeth. You gotta do it regularly to keep things clean and healthy. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way to building a fortress around your data and keeping those pesky hackers at bay. Stay safe out there, and keep on hacking the good hack. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech tips and tutorials. Stay safe and secure.